What is going on, pie holders? It is Ahmed, and I am back today with yet another video for you on. Today, guys, do we think and do we believe that Picoin is in trouble? Now, remember, as always, never financial advice, just putting you guys on the plays that I am in. If you're new around here, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm to get more people out there to understand and learn about this amazing community, and also consider subscribing to the channel. So, Picoin. Right now, we are at basically what could be a death cross. Consolidating at $1.36, holding here over the last basically 24 hours or so. The question is at hand, is the market going to experience more pain? Well, there's a few things and a few reasons as to why I think maybe we go a little lower for the overall cryptocurrency market. But the fact is, the long-term plan never changed. And for those of you that are holding Picoin right now, you got to ask yourself 3 questions. Question number 1, do you still have the same conviction for Picoin that you did before mainnet launch for those of you that were mining over the last few years? Do you still have conviction when it was surging up to $3 and everyone was euphoric and excited about Picoin? Now that it's retraced more than 60% from its all-time high, do you still believe it goes back to all-time high? In my opinion, the answer is not about if, it's about when that will happen. But we got to make sure we look at the overall market outlook to understand what is happening to Picoin and why I do very much believe that with everything happening in crypto, Picoin will reach new heights, new all-time highs, and go very much beyond that. So first and foremost, the overall market has been very sluggish. We saw Bitcoin test $77,000 last night. Ethereum went below $1,800 to $1,750, nearly. We saw XRP tumble, Solana tumble, all the way down to $116. Picoin holding its 11th place spot in the overall cryptocurrency market, but also took a nosedive, down about 23% on the week, or about 0.3% on the day. So actually performing well on the day chart relative to the rest of the cryptocurrency market. So guys, right now, all I see in the chart is pure profit taking and people trying to create scare tactics. The fear and greed index is pointing towards extreme fear. And remember, the quote that I love using on this channel is when people are greedy, from Warren Buffett himself, one of the most successful investors of all time, public investors, I should say. When investors are fearful, that is the time to get greedy. And when investors are greedy, that is the time to begin getting fearful. And right now, we should be very, very greedy for the outlook of Picoin. Remember, this is the biggest decentralized network in the world, arguably the biggest decentralized community in the entire world. Number 2, Picoin was not on a mainnet, not on any single exchange over the last 6 years. So we have token concentration and coin concentration across the founding team, across the pioneers, but not to people that don't know how to mine or haven't been utilizing the mining functions or understanding what even the Pi network really is, but instead buying it based on speculation and hype. Once it unfolds and people realize that this is going to be one of the biggest financial instruments in the future, based off of the already established network via the smartphone mining devices being one of the first and the only cryptocurrency that is readily mineable via phone-to-phone, peer-to-peer across the world. You don't need supercomputers. You don't need all these things. So now, before we jump in and talk about all the things, where I expect the market to go, where I expect Picoin to go, because remember, short-term pain always should be leading to the future of a lot of fruits. Now, BTCC, an official partner of the channel now, is offering everybody, first of all, Pi trading, which is absolutely awesome. Readily available, no KYC needed. You just can deposit money into your account and start trading Picoin and many other cryptocurrencies in the market. And they're also offering everybody that is a part of this community the next 9 days and 1 hour remaining, trade to win a Tesla Cybertruck, regardless of where you are, whether you're in India, the United States, Canada, South Korea, you are eligible for a Tesla Cybertruck giveaway and $1 million prize pool if you start trading on BTCC, the longest standing cryptocurrency exchange with proof of reserves. When big Tesla Cybertruck, Rolex watches are on deck, Token 2049 tickets, which is in April, and 7-star hotel stays, all await for traders on their platform. So take advantage of it, read about it, and if you like what you see, consider trading on BTCC if you like the information. So again, guys, the market is pulling back. I'm going to take it over to Benjamin Cohen, one of my favorite analysts in the cryptocurrency market. And as of January 29th, he said this here. Still on step 2 right now. BTC dominance goes over 60%. Check mark. Market sells off and Ethereum goes home. In his opinion, for the BTC Ethereum pairs, which will trigger altcoin season, we need to see it fully bottom out, which puts ETH with current Bitcoin prices right around $1,100 to $1,200 per Ethereum coin. A lot of people are saying that's way too low, but I don't want to take it off the table. The Federal Reserve, the Fed's end QT, or quantitative tightening, and move into quantitative easing, or easing, which would be QE. The market then rallies. Macro gets worse because right now, based off the market collapse that's happening, the Trump administration and the Federal Reserve in the United States have to make pivotal decisions. For those of you that are international viewers, understand that the United States market, with all the big tech companies that are stationed here in the US, including Google, Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple, you name it, impacts the entire global markets and financial structure. So the expectation for 2025, and I think Benjamin Cohen is really shedding light on what is obvious here, is that market rallies, macro gets worse later in 2025, Q3, Q4, and then potentially leading to a significant recession and a pullback of risk on assets to risk off, like holding cash. Typical midterm bear market in 2026, followed then by the resume and the return of a bull rally. This is exactly what we saw in 2022. This is exactly what we saw in 2018. So right now, I think all we're seeing is this correction that is misplaced and mistimed, and people are not looking at it from a global perspective. In addition, I put a pretty nice tweet out that kind of went semi-viral with over 212,000 people viewing it. Bitcoin to 72K, Ethereum to 1750, short term, Solana to 108, but long term, with Pi included here, $200,000 BTC, $8,500 ETH, $420 Solana. And you guys saw, I've been very vocal on social media, and I even wrote here, time to buy more Pi. I totally agree with it. And Kathy would actually concur. In our view, the market is discounting the last leg of a rolling recession, which will give the Trump administration and Powell Federal Reserve, Powell Fed, and the Fed many more degrees of freedom than investors expect, setting up the U.S. economy for a deflationary boom in the second half of this year. Deflation, in addition to quantitative easing, in addition to more global liquidity rising that's currently happening, in addition to a very bullish sentiment across from all the governing entities of crypto. The SEC is now pro-crypto. The government in the United States, senators, strategic reserves, president of the United States, China, India, you name it, pro-crypto environment is going to lead us to the biggest bull rally that we have ever seen in our entire lifetimes. Bitcoin to 200K is very much likely the case in this year. And you have to talk about Bitcoin if you're talking about the global market. So again, Pi coin holders, stop obsessing over the short-term price action. Let profit takers take profits. We need these people out for a healthy market and the market cycle to resume. Once we bottom out, we then hopefully will begin to fly. Mind you, this is a 4-hour chart. And you guys know I always talk about it time and time again. That is market psychology. The image of the market psychology. I talked about this so many times. Look where we're at. Look where we're at, and look where Pi's chart is. The Wall Street cheat sheet. Look at this, and look at this. Insane, isn't it? Look at this, and look at this. Right now, we are literally at where a lot of people are angry, depressed, and in disbelief. But then, remember, this is a cycle. Over and over and over. So as soon as this suckers rally, anger, depression, disbelief, my retirement money is lost. How can we pay this new stuff? I'm an idiot. Who shorted the market? Why did the government allow this to happen? And then it begins again. A recovery is possible. Disbelief, the optimism, like we saw a few days after mainnet launch when it happened on February 22nd. all the way till February 27th. That same run-up is going to happen, but take it 10-fold over, 20-fold over, in my opinion. I appreciate your guys' support as always. That's all I had for you today. Stay optimistic, stay smiling, and until next time, as always, keep investing. Peace.